Long day. He's in town for a Vulcan sci-fi event convention that's at the Doubletree on the West Shore, and he's been there all day. It's been a very long day for him, but he's such a gracious man. So nice to come out. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Tampa Theater and Tampa welcome to Christopher Lloyd. Has there been any discussion about a Back to the Future 4?
Not really, no. I'm sorry to say, but after number 3, we felt the story was pretty complete, and that was, then we were to press our luck.
Michelle from Tampa wants to know, were you sad to hear that the Back to the Future ride at Universal Studios closed down?
Yeah, I was sad to hear. It had a good long run, and that was great. I love that ride. I went on here in Orlando, where it first opened, I believe, and I went to the premiere of it in L.A. I rode it 4 consecutive times, and I had to stop because I was beginning to get a little queasy. But yeah, it was a great ride. It was a great ride. We'll miss it.
Great. Julie wants to know, what did you think of the script for Back to the Future when you first read it, and did you think it would become the hit it did become?
Well, when I first read it, I was doing a film in Mexico City, and I had made up my mind that I wanted to return to the theater, which is where my roots are. It's where I started out. And I got a script to go back to New York and do a play with some wonderful actors. I was going to be playing Hans Christian Andersen. I was very excited about that. And then suddenly the script came from Hollywood, wanting me to be to check out and come back and see them about doing Doc Brown. And I just didn't want to do that. And I read it. It was different from the one that it finally ended up being. But nonetheless, I just thought, I'm not doing that. And I literally put it in the waste paper basket. And a friend I was with said that, one of my mottos to myself is never leave any stone unturned. And I kind of thought about that, and I thought, well, I better take a look at it, and just, So I did, and I went back to Hollywood, and I sat down with Bob Zemeckis, and the rest is history. I just thought, I loved him. He was a wonderful man, and I forgot about New York, and I did the movie. With no regrets. No regrets.
Ashley wants to know, did you do your own stunts in the film, like sliding down that cable from the closet?
No, that wasn't me. No way. A wonderful stuntman that did that. And there was a lot of stuntmen there to drive the DeLorean for some of those tricky twists and turns. They did it. They made us look good.
Katie wants to know, what's your favorite movie you've ever been in?
Back to the Future 3. Yeah, I love Back to the Future because it was so much fun. There was all that stuff, all the steam engine, which I don't know if any of you have ever had the fortune to be on a steam engine. It's an amazing experience. And I had a romance. What the hell? And then it was a Western. I mean, what could be more fun than that? So, Back to the Future 3. But Back to the Future 1 was wonderful, and so was 2. But 3 just sort of opened the whole story up in a wonderful way.
Brian from Land O'Lakes wants to know, why a DeLorean for a time machine rather than a Buick or a Toyota?
Well, and the DeLorean is such a slick-looking car, and it wasn't made that well. I mean, they had 5 or 6 DeLoreans on the set because they had to keep on taking one part from one and putting it in the other to keep the thing running. But it looked so great with the wing doors, and it just spoke of the future and tomorrow and everything. So it was kind of a natural course.
Isabella, who's age 8, and do a little heart on this question, wants to know, what age did you want to become an actor? What age did you know you wanted to be an actor?
I was about 12, 13 when I decided that's what I wanted to do. It's the only thing I could think of that I knew how to do or would ever do with any kind of competence, so I went for it. I lucked out.
Kyle wants to know, how do you like coming out 25 years? Can you believe this is the 25th anniversary of this film? 25 years later, and still seeing a packed house for this film.
Well, it's quite, I mean, it's amazing because when the film first came out, there were so many young people, 6, 7, 8 years old, who were seeing the film for the first time during its first run. And they're still doing that today. I'm constantly meeting kids of the same age, and they're seeing the film for the same time with the same reaction to it, the same love for it. And it's a wonderful thing to be part of something that's meant so much to so many generations. So it's been a thrill of a lifetime. And to be here, this inflatable screen with all of you. I mean, this is new for me. This is a new kind of setup for me as well. Wonderful.
Let me see. Andrew wants to know, of your films with Robert Zemeckis, which did you enjoy working on most?
There's not a film that I have enjoyed with Robert Zemeckis. He brings just so much fun and life and entertainment. Aside from the trilogy here, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I loved doing that, and I did a little Amazing Stories episode called Head of the Class. It's a little thing, but you know, they were all hugely fun.
Actually, we've got a number of questions like this. How is Michael J. Fox doing, and do you still stay in touch with him?
Michael is just wonderful. I mean, he has such an incredible cross to bear, so to speak. To be so young and to be stricken with Parkinson's at such a young age. He has so much heart and courage and has such a wonderful take on his situation and acceptance of it, and does so much going out in spite of his condition to help raise funding for research to find a cure someday for Parkinson's. Michael is a wonderful, wonderful person, and what can I say? Wonderful person.
Got one more question, but just a reminder before this last question, he will be tomorrow at the Doubletree West Shore for the second day of that Vulcan convention, and he'll be doing autographs and taking pictures. You can get your picture taken with him there. So if you want to have a little bit more time with him, go by the Doubletree West Shore tomorrow, go to that convention, you'll have a great time.
They've got a DeLorean there that if you can get your picture taken sitting in it, and the proceeds go to the Michael J. Fox Foundation. So,
the last question here is, what's your next film? I've heard some talk about The Witches of Oz in 3D.
Well, I already shot that, but I've heard rumors about some things I'm supposed to be in, but I haven't heard about it yet. So, but retirement is not in my nature, and I'm hoping to do many, many more films.
Thank you so much for coming out. I know you've had a long
Thank you. You're all wonderful. See if I can fall off this platform.
Why would you get